Well, as you know, some area lakes and ponds can get a little crowded. So in this week's Hooked on East Texas, we're talking private ponds and offering one suggestion where you might land a lunker.
I like that shade.
You'll typically find Lane Carlson fishing in bigger lakes, such as Fork or Tawakoni.
I used to here recently, not as much, but when I ever get a chance, I like to go throw my lure in the water when I can.
But today, Carlson's traded in the big lake for a small pond, showing us the best place to catch fish on this private lake in Upshur County. When it's hot, Carlson recommends heading for the shade. That's where he found a 4-pound bass.
I caught him on a jig worm with an 1/8 ounce weight, and I was fishing the top side of the beds in the late evening over by the bridge. The sun's gonna set over on that side, so I moved my way across the pond that evening, and I caught him right underneath there in the bridge in the lilies, where he was bedding up for the evening.
Got one, Dad? He's pretty big, I think.
He does. He looks big. Nice.
The pond itself is 9 acres, and it's packed full of fish. There's crappie, there's brim, there's catfish, there's bass. So that's naturally stocked by Mother Nature, and you don't have to have a fishing license. According to the state of Texas, private ponds don't require a license to fish.
This hidden gem for fishing is sandwiched between 2 private roads along State Highway 155 just south of Big Sandy at Circle M, the venue. But here's the catch. You have to book a night's stay at one of the cabins or the house to fish the pond. For the purposes of the story, we had our anglers on this pontoon boat, but that belongs to the owner of the property, so unfortunately you can't use it. But if you want to bring your own flat bottom boat or kayak and fish, you're welcome to do that. But the banks, the bridges, and the docks are all free to use. Private ponds may come with a cost or permission from the owner, but consider this. These water bodies aren't heavily pressured like public lakes or ponds.
So ponds with less foot traffic, lakes with less foot traffic, they have more spawning beds. So when you get up in the shoreline, your deeper diver baits for your big lakes don't work out here as much. So you have to use more your jig worms, your little crappie baits if that's what you want to fish for up in the shallows by those beds. Your bluegill will bite all your smaller stuff. And so if you want some of the bigger ones, you got to stick to some of your bigger baits.
And who knows, maybe you'll have a haul like this at the end of your day.
But these are just some of your smaller ones that are still up in the bed that probably ate late, and all your big ones went out early.
There are some really, really big fish in this pond. I've seen quite a few pictures of the fish that people have caught, and I know that there are even bigger ones in there to be caught.
And I got to tell you, I had several bites, but I'm terrible at setting the hook. So I want to go back and try it again. To fish a private pond, remember to get permission before casting a line. At Circle M, the venue, it is catch and release. So remember to take a picture before releasing your fish back into the water. And of course, as Pee Wee Herman used to say, take a picture, it'll last longer.